Today we have a complete features guide and overview of the Apple Watch. Hey guys, what's up? It's Eric from AppFind here, and today I'm going to be doing a full features guide and overview of the Apple Watch. Everything we know so far, all of the specs, all of the details, and just kind of talking about it and letting you guys know what my opinions are, but also let me know what your opinions are in the comments section below. Be sure to check out my video on the iPhone 6 and iPhone 6 Plus as well. We really get in depth talking about all the really cool features, and that's what we're going to do today with the Apple Watch. We'll go over all the different components, features, specs, and all that cool stuff. Be sure to subscribe because, as you guys know, AppFind is your source for all the latest Apple technology. We're going to be covering the iPhone 6, and we're going to be covering the Apple Watch when that does come out in 2015. All right, let's get started. So as you can see here, this is a first look at what the Apple Watch is going to look like. As you can see, we've got a rectangular screen with rounded edges. The whole device itself seems to be kind of very rounded and polished. So as you can see, it raises a little bit onto the screen section. Now it does have the touch screen, but also a new feature that they added is the dial on the side that you can see, the little finger pressing. So that's going to be a home button, but also you can spin the dial in order to zoom in and out and select different options if you're scrolling through a list. What that means is you're not going to have to pinch it, zoom in and out of the screen, and obviously that would obstruct your view, so you wouldn't be able to see what you're doing. So I love that addition of adding the little dial onto the side. I think that's going to make it very useful and something really cool that Apple thought of that some of these other competitors probably would not have thought of already. So you take a look at this picture here. This is the Apple Watch being announced, and as you know, it is not the iWatch, which some people thought it was previously. It is going to be called the Apple Watch, and then the various variations on that. We'll get into that a little bit later. So here's a look at a little bit of a different angle. As you can see, it's a nice rounded sides, and what I want you to do is let me know in the comment section below, is this what you expected the Apple Watch to be? Now this is kind of what I had pictured. I didn't really picture, some people were saying, oh, it's going to be a rounded watch. I pictured it a little bit more rounded like this as opposed to a circular watch. But basically it's a rectangular watch, but it's rounded around the sides. And I think it gives a nice stylistic feel. So you take a look at this next picture that we have here. This is just showing that they have the different versions of the Apple Watch. They got the Apple Watch itself, which is the standard model that people are going to buy. Then the Apple Watch Sport, which is more inclined towards people who are going to be going on all these jogs, going to be doing all these strenuous activities, playing sports, etc., etc. And then the Apple Watch Edition, which is going to be the gold-plated one, 18 karat gold. And those are for some people who might want to have a little bit more of a classy feel. So those are the three different versions that they have. Now this next picture here is just going to show you the side. As you can see, we've got one of our main buttons on the Apple Watch itself. You get the button and you got the dial as well. And if you look right here, you can just see another picture of the side. And as you can see, we'll get more into the bands later and all the different interchangeable straps that you can add on to the watch itself. But as you can see, they can slide in and out from this angle. And it's also a very thin watch. Now, I know it's going to be thicker than your watch that doesn't have any kind of smartwatch capabilities. However, it is very thin for the smartwatch category. So here's just another picture of what the dial looks like, a little bit closer up and a little bit closer to the screen. As you can see, that's a nice HD style screen and a really cool looking dial and home button combo. So here's just another angle looking at the app, seeing how the rounded bevel on the sides really functions into making the watch look sleek and really cool. So next you'll be able to see the bottom, which actually has a sensor that will read your heart pulse, and what you're going to be able to do is be able to track that via the fitness app, both on the watch itself and also on your phone. And you'll be able to see, how strenuous the exercises are. You'll be able to calculate all the calories and all that stuff, and everything you need to know from your heart rate. That's going to be measured by the watch right on the bottom of the watch. There's nothing extra you need to do. It'll just automatically do it once you have it set up. So as you can see here, two of the biggest things that are being pushed is the health and fitness aspect of the Apple Watch. So if you look here, you can see that you've got the running, cross-training, cycling, walking, all the different workouts that you can choose, and the Apple Watch will be able to track and encourage you to work on those workouts. Now, they do have the really cool sports band, and that's what a picture we have right here. And as you can see, the sports band is going to be more designed for, like, if you're going to be running, it's sweat resistant, so it just looks really cool, but at the same time, it's more practical for you're going to be doing different sports than if you have a leather band or a metal band that could get scratched. So as you can see here, here's just a quick look at some of the different apps that will be available on the Apple Watch. Currently, it's just going to be programmed in with the stock applications that Apple is going to give it. It's most likely going to be, well, it is going to be opened up to third party, but we're not sure exactly when that will be available, if that'll be available on launch or if that'll be available later on. But as you can see here, we've got a nice activity meter. You can see in a nice visual manner how much you've been moving, exercising, and standing. And then that all links back with this picture here, as you can see, to the phone and being able to see how much you've exercised on a daily basis. It has a nice little calendar functionality, and it's really visual. It lets you see when you've exercised, when you might have not exercised as much, and it's all right here, and it's connected from your iPhone to the Apple Watch. Now, right here, as you can see, one of the biggest features of the Apple Watch besides the fitness is the ability to view your messages and take a look at everything that's going on your phone without having to take it out of your pocket. So that's a really cool feature here. You can see a text message when it comes, and that way you can see, is it worthwhile taking out your phone to be able to send a reply, or you can send a reply via Siri on the watch itself. So there's a lot of different options it gives you, but it gives you the ability just to look at it quickly. And as you can see, that message overlay looks really cool, really sleek, and well designed. It looks like a great message style. And if you can see here, we have the gold, 18 karat gold Apple Watch, and this is the Apple Watch Edition. This is people who want to be a little bit more into the fashion side of it. Now, this is the first iteration of Apple Watch, so I'm not sure if this is necessarily the time you want to get the Apple Watch Edition, but if you have the money for it, I guess it would be really cool to show off to your friends. But unlike the gold iPhone, this is actual gold, 18 karat gold, built right into the Apple Watch to give it a nice design and make it look really cool. So, as you can see here, you're going to be able to access Siri right on the on the Apple Watch. I almost said smartwatch. On the Apple Watch, and as you can see, hey Siri, what's the weather like? And it will be able to read that for you. Obviously, it has a little bar at the bottom indicating your voice recognition and all that. You can also make calls on the Apple Watch as well. So it's just got some limited options on there on the Apple Watch, but it's pretty cool that you're able to make the calls. If you are out on a run or something like that, you want to just talk on the watch. And it's just a really cool and an effective way of making the calls without having to take out your phone. So as you can see here, here is the clasp that will be removable. So you'll be able to take out and replace the different bands that you want to add to the watch itself. So you can add like the metal version, sport version, leather, etc. There's a lot of really cool bands. We'll get into that a little bit later on in the video. So just another quick look at the messages. As you can see, you have the ability to reply as well. It's not just view them, you can reply to the messages. And another really cool feature that they have, it's more interesting than cool, is the fact that it's able to create a little animation of your heart rate and send it to somebody else, and they'll be able to see it on their Apple Watch. I found that not 100% practical, but it's definitely a very interesting application, and I guess they were just able to play around with that and make something unique. That, you know, if you're dating somebody, you can just send over your heart rate and they can see that and you can see theirs. So that's an interesting feature, not necessary, but still a cool feature to add on. So obviously all of the Siri functionality will be available in the Apple Watch. You know, what movies are we playing right now? It'll check on that. It'll do all that for you. There are going to be two different sizes. We'll get more into the sizes later, but as you can see, you don't have to worry if you have a larger hand or smaller hands. You can get the two different sizes. And one of the other cool things they have is the directions, the ability to show you directions. So if you're going on a jog, you don't have to take out your phone every time you want to see which street you want to go onto. So you can just check it on your phone. And another really cool feature about this is, say you were walking around a big city or something like that, you don't know exactly where you're going, you don't want to have your phone out in front of you trying to get wherever you're going. You can just have the Maps app running right on your phone, and it'll take you where you need to go. And I think that's a really cool feature. I think Maps is one of the biggest features that the Apple Watch has that they haven't really stressed as much at the conference and people talking about it. But I think it's a really cool feature, especially walking around the city or something like that. So as you can see here, you can also view tweets, you can retweet, favorite, that kind of thing. And you can also view your calendar. So you'll be able to see, you know, today what different things do I need to have according to my Google Calendar. And obviously that steps up what you have with, you know, with a watch. It's just going to tell you the day, but now you can actually see your calendar and all the different things you might have to do on a given day. So we're going to be right back with more Apple features right after the break. We've got to thank our sponsors. Also, let me know in the comment section below what you think about the Apple Watch so far. Are you going to get one? Are you anticipating it, or do you think it's not the best? Just let me know in the comment section below, and we'll be right back after the break. This video is brought to you by AppNana, the cool app that lets you get paid apps, iTunes gift cards, and more absolutely free. Go to appnana.com/appfind in your mobile browser to get started. Now what you're going to do is just log in and create an account. From there, you'll receive 10,000 nanas for using our unique URL. You can use points to get all of these cool apps, Amazon gift cards, iTunes gift cards, PayPal cash, and a lot more. There's a lot of great rewards all available on AppNana. Now, the way to get more points is just to download regular apps that are absolutely free. Once you download the apps like Hotels.com, you'll be rewarded with free points. We just got 3,900 points just for downloading Hotels.com. For even more points, use my referral code A445859. Use that exact referral code to get you 2,500 more nanas. You can use nanas for all of these amazing apps, so what are you waiting for? Sign up today. Also, click here to watch the full AppNana tutorial. Alright, we're back, and we're taking a look right now at some of the more in-depth features and specs about the Apple Watch. So as you can see here, it has a heart rate sensor that we talked about earlier, but the heart rate sensor is going to be customized to gauge your intensity and improve your overall calorie tracking, as it says here. It's got a built-in GPS as well, so you're going to be able to measure where you are in the map service, and also in the health kit, it'll see where you go on your jogs. And it also has an accelerometer, and this is going to help measure your body activity. Say you're at the gym or something like that, it'll measure your calories burned there, so it's not just if you go on a run, it'll also measure just different activities that you do on a day-to-day basis. So right here, we're just going to be going a little bit on some of the additional features. We're not going to go too in-depth on these. You can obviously pause the video and read them if you want. But basically, move is going to be the number of calories that you burn per day just by moving, the history of how many calories you're regularly burning. You've got the exercise app, which is going to let you have like an exercise amount of time. It'll let you track how much you've done. And then stand is going to track how many hours of the day you are just standing. And that's just going to be burning additional calories as well. And also is better for you than sitting down. So as you can see here, we've got the calendar built right in. We've got the maps. And we've got Passbook, and Passbook kind of started taking off on the iPhone when it was introduced. But I think it's going to be more and more effective as now it has, you know, Apple Pay on the iPhones, and then also Passbook's going to be on the Apple Watch, so you can get all your passes, tickets, loyalty cards, etc. on there. Now, another really cool thing is the ability just to play music straight from there. It obviously has some similar easy-to-use controls. Tells you the name of the song, the artist, forward, backwards, and pause and volume up and down. So simple stuff right there. The Apple TV and iTunes, it's got the little remote. So that's really cool. You can just control your TV right from your watch. And then it does have the remote camera. So it doesn't have a camera itself, but you can use the camera on your iPhone and you can control it with the remote camera. Goals is really cool. It lets you track how close you've gotten to your goals. Reminders are going to tell you, hey, you got a goal right there. You might want to run today or go on another run or something like that, and it'll remind you what you need to do. And once you've done it, you can get an achievement, and these are really cool. to help boost your confidence and make you feel good about yourself when you have exercised. So that is a big component of the Apple Watch is exercise. But of course, it also keeps time. If you see here, you've got a stopwatch functionality, and it's very complex. You can see at the bottom, you've got the really cool ability to track the different laps, and you can actually have a nice little graph running right there. And then next to it is the timer. It just looks nice and sleek and really cool. And the alarm, which also looks great. Now, all of these look amazing on a watch. And you got to remember, the Apple Watch is going to be coming out for around $350 at the starting price. So that means that, you know, it's pretty expensive, but a lot of watches out there will run you around $300, $400. And if you get a watch that has all of these capabilities and looks cool and is customized to you, I think that that is a really great play on Apple's part. I know that a lot of people are like, $350 for a watch. Well, a lot of people actually do pay $350 for a watch, and they don't get all of this functionality. So that's why I think it's really cool, the Apple Watch in general. All right, so as you can see here, you've got the world clock as well. This is just, you know, a standard feature that most watches have. It's not just the Apple Watch, but as you can see, it's got a nice little picture at the top, so you can see where in the world clock is working at. And as you can see, you've got stocks, so you can track the stocks right from your watch. And the weather. The weather's actually something that I'll definitely be using, you know, just check on my watch, hey, what's the weather, you know, instead of having to whip out my phone and all that stuff. And also the design, the UI for it looks amazing, you know, it's just got all of the different times during the day wrapped around the current temperature, and in each of those times it has what the weather is going to be like. And that actually just, you know, it's the little things that Apple puts into it. They've obviously put a lot of time into the design of it, and that just looks really cool to me. So if you take a look here, you're able to see your photos, and this is another thing where the dial will be used in. Now, I'm not really going to be viewing my photos on my iWatch, or Apple Watch, sorry, slip up right there. But I'm probably not going to be viewing photos as much on the Apple Watch because of the small screen, but it is pretty cool just to know that you'll be able to view them as well. And Siri is built right in. That is awesome. I cannot wait to be able to use Siri just from the watch, hold the watch up, and use Siri. And obviously there's settings as well built right in. Events kind of goes into what we were talking about with the calendar, just a little bit different. It'll show you all the different meetings that you may have. Turn-by-turn navigation built right in as well. And messages, you can text people. You can ask Siri to text people back and so on and so forth. Now, built right into those messages, the ability to send and receive messages that have your geolocation, which is something that's built right into the Apple Watch. So you can just send that right away. You can make your phone calls, and you can view your email as well. So I know email is something that a lot of you guys were looking forward to. You can view that right on the Apple Watch. So another couple of interesting features. Now these aren't necessarily the best or most useful features, but these are kind of interesting. You're able to connect your Apple Watch with other people in the world around you. So you can send out a sketch to someone that they can briefly view. You can send out sound bites to friends. You can send out little taps and even your heartbeat, which will turn into a little pulsating heart, which is really cool. Now these aren't necessarily the features that you need to have, but it's really cool to have them as a little add-on and extra feature that they have functionality built right in. Now you're probably wondering, how do you charge the Apple Watch? Well, actually it's very easy. Now this picture does not do the best job explaining it, so I'll explain it. The little part that you see attached to the Apple Watch just snaps right on very easily to the Apple Watch itself and starts to charge it. You can just take it right off. Basically, it applies to the Apple Watch, and you can take it right off easily. There's no turning, there's no plugging anything in. It's that simple and that easy to charge your Apple Watch. As of right now, we do not know the exact battery life of the Apple Watch, so hopefully it's a long time, but that will remain to be seen how long it's actually going to last without having to recharge it. So, the three main components, or three different types, I mean to say. The Apple Watch, you got the Apple Watch Sport and Apple Watch Edition. So obviously the Apple Watch is going to be more for the casual iPhone user who wants to get a watch supplement. Sport is going to be for people, who might be all into all of these different, running, exercises, strenuous activity, and they're able to get a really cool band wrapped around it. And the Apple Watch Edition is going to have 18-karat gold cases, which definitely looks really cool. I'm not sure if that's something you necessarily need on the first model of this device. Remember, they're going to be coming out with new devices probably on a yearly schedule, so I'm not sure if you really need the gold one right off the bat, but it is still a really cool feature to build or function. A different option to have for the watch itself. Now, it is going to come in two different sizes, 38 millimeters height and 42 millimeters height, so you can choose which size fits your wrist the best. So as you can see, these are just some of the many different styles and combinations that you have. Obviously, there's a lot of customization available on the Apple Watch, which is what makes it unique to people. So if you look here, you have the different style bands that you can apply to it. You can get the stainless steel, aluminum, 18-karat gold. You get the space black, space gray aluminum, and 18-karat rose gold. So these are the device itself. And then the bands, which we'll show you now, you've got the link bracelet, sports band, leather loop, classic buckle, modern buckle, Milanese loop, etc., etc. So there's a lot of different really cool bands and watch faces to customize and really just make it your own. So if you take a look here, there are a bunch of different screens that you can actually just look at the time. The standard startup lock screen, as it were. And as you can see, there's different optimization. You can make it however you feel, use an image you want, that kind of thing. It looks really cool. So that's basically about it for you guys for the Apple Watch. Now let me know in the comment section below what you think about the Apple Watch. Are you going to get one? Are you anticipating it? Can you not wait until when it comes out in 2015? Let me know in the comment section below. I look forward to seeing that. Be sure to subscribe. It really means a lot to me. And also you'll be able to stay up to date when the Apple Watch comes out. We'll obviously be talking about that. iPhone 6 coming out in just a couple weeks. So we're going to be showing you guys all of those videos. And we just want to get you guys informed about all the latest Apple technology. Once again, I'm Alex from AppFind. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.